I'm going to see if I can do this one-handed, show you how this is done. So I'm going to get this behind there. And then I'm going to... This thing's a little wimpy. If you got the right ones, they sell them for $2 at Harbor Freight. And I bought them so I'd have the right tool, but left them at my buddy's house. So I don't think I'm gonna be able to do this, but that's the concept. I get this underneath there, just like that, and then I use my flathead screwdriver, which is right there, a little bitty one, and I get the blade behind there because it's got a little bit more pry force. This thing's just wimpy. This is for like picking at your gums and teeth and stuff. That's what this is, a dental tool, but at least it gets behind the little spring. Oh, and another thing, let me show you this while I'm talking. So when you put it back in, leave the spring in, and you can just pop the line back in there. You don't need to take it out to put it in there. Took a bit of force to get the other one in, but I called my buddy and he said, yeah, you don't need to put the spring in afterwards. It makes it a lot harder. So anyway, just thought I'd throw in that tip. If it comes from him, it's gospel. So when you're tightening these, you can feel them bottom out on the O-ring. So the thread sealant really isn't going to do all that much, but just wanted to do it as a precaution because it's really that O-ring that's causing the connector to not leak, but the hose not leaking is another O-ring on the inside. So I don't think that thread sealant really matters much. As you can tell, so here's my old one, and I used Teflon tape on it, and you can see the O-ring on it is pretty hammered too, but no oil, or just a little bit of oil, was getting by that seal. So I don't know, maybe it's because it has less pressure. I don't know, because it's lower. This is the upper one. Not sure, but I'll bet you could replace that O-ring. You could find one that would work, but getting one on the inside there, that would prove a little bit more difficult. But these dang connectors, the replacement ones for this, they were only, I think I paid $20 out the door at O'Reilly, and the ones, that's for the 800-607, the 800-622, which is supposed to go on this vehicle, those were like $25 a piece. So I ordered those from Rock Auto, and they were $13 a piece from Rock Auto. So the one that actually goes on my vehicle, these are much more substantial. I mean, they're thicker, heftier, thicker walled, so I'm not sure why they're cheaper. Maybe it's just because they make more of them. I'm not sure. Anyway, thought I'd add that tidbit. So I've got the fan back in. It can be a little bit of a beast, but just push that back out of your way as much as you can. I ended up putting this side in first, had it kind of cocked like that, so at about a 15-20 degree angle, and then got the bottom corner past the top of this pipe, and then had to get the dog ear past the pipe, the upper radiator hose, and also this pipe as well. Just take time because it is a little bit of a puzzle, but if you take your time, you can do it. Make sure that this hose isn't underneath the radiator, or the fan, the fan cover. Make sure you get the little dog ears in place. See them down here, about halfway. Not getting my arm in there good enough, but about halfway the little dog ears get in their little thing, and then what I do is I pull this away a little bit so I can see that I got the bolts lined up on each side and know I'm home free. If you got the fans, make sure you hook those back up. That's as easy as plugging in a vacuum cleaner, I guess. Just wait to hear the snap. then you're home free. You just need to reconnect your intake to the air filter. Let's see, I think that's about it. Yeah, make sure you don't forget to rehook up your fans. You don't want to do that. That would I've got one of them, so I'm going to do the other one while I'm thinking about it. Slight click there, I heard. Then give it a little bit of a jiggle to see if it's, make sure it's on there good. One of the things I've done too is I make sure that got everything out of the way. I'm gonna reconnect mine to this little, I think there probably used to be a clip right there. I'm gonna use another zip tie from here around the pipes to hold them right there. That's what I had before. Holds them in place. They're not going anywhere though. Put this back in, slam it in there just like that. Then this one goes back into the whatever this doohickey's called. Not sure exactly what it's called, but it goes from the air filter to the intake. That about does it. I could bore you with the rest of the actual stuff, but I think I've shown you enough stuff. Took a long look at my transmission lines, but I want to get this back together tonight because I'm going out of town. I don't want to leave it to where it's leaking on my wife. They're definitely not leaking. I saw some accumulation of just a little bit of gunk on the transmission lines, which tells me that those fittings are probably at the end of their life as well. So maybe I'll do that next, but yeah, could probably do, I could probably do them without taking the fan out, at least the upper one. They're small enough. Yeah, I could probably do it. It might be something to think about. Anyway, I'm going to be prepared though next time to know that I'm going to have to order the part from O'Reilly's because they're not going to have it in stock, or AutoZone, one of the two, so they can get it there in a couple hours for me. This time I had to wait overnight, had to go to work. My wife was dripping oil. Let me show it to you. It's a pretty good leak. You can actually see it. She pulled up here. Drip, drip, drip. Look at those drips. But holy crap, it was way better than before. But I'm just going to have to clean that up. I'm going to take it to the car wash and get rid of all the gunk that's on there. Take the splash guard off and wash it real good too, because it's got oil on it and stuff. It's nasty. Thanks for watching.